Hello everyone and welcome back to yet another episode of Let's Chat. Now I know what you're probably thinking, a little bit too early in the year to do this, but you know what? It is never too early to determine whether you're naughty or nice, hence why I'm joined today by... Sorry about that, folks. Today, as I was saying, I am joined by Mr. Jordan Ford, who is a good friend of both me and the channel, and you have been on here before way back, so go check that out. So thank you for joining me once again after... Has it been years, plural, since you've been on, or?
Probably a year and a half, more.
Time flies. But, real quick, if you just kind of want to get in the gist of who you are, just in case people out there don't know, like why you have Krampus's head on your lap.
Name's Jordan Ford, like you said. I do SomerKnight's cosplay. I'm also known as the Somerset Krampus around here during the winter months. So, usually you might find me downtown or our local tattoo shops, doing photos with people and trying to make some scares and some laughter.
Or at cons too, you go to the cons as this too.
Yeah, I do Scarefest usually as Krampus and then Cumberland Con.
But of course you can find out way more about that, do a whole deep dive on a past episode. But today, Jordan, I've got some work for you to do.
Oh.
Because for years on end, you've at least looked the part of Krampus, but now you gotta act the part. Hence, a little game I've concocted. And you know, bringing back Let's Chat, it was this idea alone that I think really sparked why I wanted to bring it back, just to do this, and I couldn't hold off till Christmas. But today, we're going to be playing Am I the Naughty Hole? Which, for those out there that don't know, there's this whole trend with a subreddit, on Reddit of course. It's called Am I the A-Hole? But of course, we got twisted around, you know, hence old Crampy over here.
Yeah.
And so today you're going to be playing judge, jury, and executioner if you're willing.
Okay.
Because I've got several prompts here, all of which very unique in their own ways. And so you're going to determine by the end of it if this person is or is not the naughty hole. And if so, what their punishment would be by Krampus standards.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Alright, so ready to get into it?
Yes, sir.
So this first one, right off the bat, it's pretty hefty. So, am I the naughty hole for kicking out my house guest out 11 hours before their flight is scheduled to leave? So, the context here is, my friend and his wife have made plans to visit us this summer for a weekend stay. The flight is 2 hours, so not really a long journey for them. I usually will take an extra day from work after guests leave to get rest or even tidy up around the house a bit. It's just a peaceful time for me to run the normalcy of our household after being in host mode. Before my friend booked his flight, my husband let it slip that I will not be working the Monday after my friends stay with us. Next thing you know, my friend tells me that they will be flying out on a red-eye the Monday I took off for rest. This means they will arrive early morning and leave late Monday night. To that I responded that I will be taking them to the airport as early as 8 a.m. Monday morning so I can have my day of rest like a plan. My friend tells me that he doesn't understand why he can't just hang out at our place or have us show them around town more on that Monday since they have a late flight. I explained to them that the day off is for me to rest, not to continue to be their host. I told them that they are more than welcome to leave their luggage here if they want to explore on their own, but we will not be hosting them or playing tour guide after Monday morning. He goes on to admit that it was cheaper for him to book the flight on Monday, and it's not a big deal for him and his wife just hang out at my house all day until it's time for them to fly out. Keep in mind that I'll have to take them to the airport or pay for rideshare because he refuses to pay. I will also have to feed them. I told them that they are welcome to visit and stay with us, but staying at our house all day morning is not an option, and he needs to make other arrangements. He's now accusing me of being a horrible friend, and his wife says we're naughty holes. I know that's on the longer end, and I'm pretty sure that's the longest one we got, so you don't have to worry about me rambling as much. So, right off the bat, what's your thoughts about that, Mr. Jordan?
I think the friends are the naughty holes in this one. Everyone needs to recharge their social battery, especially after a long weekend of friendship and seeing a while. So I say the friends are the naughty holes, and the person at the house is innocent in this one.
I concur. I feel like it takes a lot of energy to be a host, even if it's for like a game night or cookout. To host that long, and it's like they gave their friends an inch, and they kind of took a mile from it.
Yeah.
So the friends are the naughty holes in this situation. So what would you deem as their punishment?
I would change out all their clothes for dirty clothes, except for like the most embarrassing outfits I could find. Do like big pink shirt, crop top for the man that says juicy or something.
I like that. This next one, speaking of clothes, very good segue. Am I the naughty hole for wearing revealing clothes at home when my older brother's telling me that it makes them uncomfortable? When I wore a more revealing shirt, my brother made me feel bad about it. He said it's like him wearing shorts where I can see his, you know. My mom said it's good when my own brothers tell me instead of strangers. In my opinion, it's not my fault if they feel triggered by their own sister's body. I feel like a pervert. Most of the time I cover up so they won't comment on my body. And additional note, there was a link on this that like showed like a JPEG of what she was wearing, and it was more on the modest side. It wasn't even really too revealing, especially by modern standards. So what's your assessment here?
I mean, it was like lingerie or something. I could see the brothers.
It definitely wasn't. It was just a blouse that kind of like sunk a little bit, you know?
No, I think the brothers at Naughty Hell in this one. It's her house and everything. She should be comfortable in her own place.
Yeah, and it's weird that the brother is pointing it out.
I mean, you could do your best to make the brother comfortable. At the end, you got to do what's best for yourself, too.
So the third one. Am I the naughty hole for telling my flatmate? Well, only Europeans use the term flatmate, so being British right off the bat's not doing you any favors, bud. Am I the naughty hole for telling my flatmate her boyfriend can't basically live with us rent-free? Me, 19 female, and my flatmate, 22 female, had been living together for nearly a year. It was all fine until like 3 months ago when her boyfriend started staying over more at first. It was just weekends, now it's basically every night. He eats our food, he uses our stuff like electric, gas, etc., and takes up the bathroom forever, but he doesn't pay a single penny. I asked her if he could maybe pay towards the bills or at least not be here every single night. She got super defensive and said I was being petty and jealous. Now things are awkward and she's super blunt with me. Am I actually being a naughty hole for not wanting a third roommate who's paying nothing?
Nope. And my judgment is the roommate needs to go live with her boyfriend for at least a week or two and see how she likes not having him pay for anything. Yeah, see how she feels up keeping him up.
Yeah, and for being British. Ew. All right, next one. We're going through these pretty. I hope I'm not like rushing too much.
Oh, no,
you good?
Fine.
All right. Am I the naughty hole for calling my dad's wife by her name? My dad got married a few years ago to Kaylee. They don't really have the best relationship, but to each their own. Kaylee has been trying to get me and my brother to call her a more endearing name. She told us to give her a nickname, and then she suggested we call her Mom. Mind you, our mom is very much alive and we have an amazing relationship with her. She then complained to us that when we visit them, we seem only to want to spend time with her dad more than we do with her. They live in a different country. Wow. Last night we went to get some coffee and she began to complain that we never want to be with her and that we don't love her even though we are her children. Her words, I told her that we do love her, but she isn't and will never be her mom. Now she isn't speaking to me and is sulking around the house, and I'm wondering if I went too far. So, am I the naughty hole?
I don't think so. I've had something similar like that with this in my own life, so I think the kids are innocent in this one. Mom needs to, or stepmother needs to, replace a little bit. She's just as important, but it's hard to replace a mother or father.
Oh no, definitely. I think going mom is a bit too extreme. But, like, it's kind of insulting when, like, the kids are just calling you by your name, and even after you're... Because she does say at first she just wanted to be called endearing names, and then got to the point of mom. That's where the line was drawn.
Maybe Honey Boo Boo.
Oh, I don't know about that one. Who am I to judge, you know?
Need, like, a list of nicknames she approves of.
Yes, just go into ChatGPT and say, what are good nicknames for my stepmom? And that's it. Last but not least, am I the naughty hole for assuming a couple we met on holiday were swingers and abruptly cutting our conversation short and leaving? What are your thoughts on that, just right off the bat?
Oh, this is going to be awkward. This is very awkward. But...
Well, imagine how it was for them. Whoa. My GF and I are on holiday on a resort town. She met a nice woman about the same age as her, late 20s, and they got talking. We were having dinner with them later after they invited us out. The husband was nice at first, but I found him really creepy. Kept commenting on my girlfriend, saying she was really pretty, saying he never dated an Asian, my girlfriend is Asian, and asking me what it was like dating an Asian girl. Like, how the heck am I supposed to answer that? Kept complimenting her and asking me how I managed to get a girl like that. Meanwhile, his wife was also complimenting me. She called me handsome and good looking several times. At one point she was like, I hate going out with my husband because I always get hit on by strangers, but none of them are as handsome as you. She'd have a few wines at that point and was getting drunk, but still, there were other instances where she called me handsome. At another point she said, my type is guys with black hair. Huh. At one point it was too much. I got a hunch they were swingers. I couldn't take... Wait. Whatever. He couldn't take it. I faked a phone call and pretended we have to leave for an emergency. We left before the food had even arrived. I left money on the table, and we left. My girlfriend was furious that she found out I made up the emergency. I told her these people were swingers. She thought I was crazy. We had a huge argument. So, is this guy the naughty hole for doing what he did?
I mean, if you're uncomfortable, no one says you stay in a situation, but at the same time, it's best not to judge people. So this one's kind of hard to decide.
Really?
I mean, you could tell the people that are making you uncomfortable if they don't stop that point. You're not the naughty hole, but
That's fair. I guess honesty is the best policy. I almost feel like the wife is kind of a naughty hole in this situation because, like,
she got mad for not taking the husband's concerns or boyfriend's concerns into.
well, that, but even more so, like, it seemed like she was fine with the situation. Like, that another woman was saying this to her husband, and that another guy was talking to this way to her, so maybe she was, like, more open to it. Or maybe she knew.
Maybe she was down to party. You never
Maybe
know.
she was.
Everyone has a little bit of ho-ho-ho in them sometimes.
Oh, ho ho. Final assessment with the swinger couple and the allegedly maybe not swinger couples.
I would say the boyfriend, not naughty hoe, but I'm going to give the girlfriend a naughty hoe.
Okay, what's her punishment?
She has to go back and do whatever the couple says.
Oh, gosh. Which, you know what? For her, it may not even be a punishment. We don't know.
She might be down, but at least the husband knows the deal with it.
That's fair. Just take her, do whatever. Maybe not whatever, but... yeah, that's all I got. Is there, like... I don't know. I didn't think we'd go through with these so quick, because I was like, 5 big ones, we'll get through them. And I think your assessments were very on point.
I don't know. That last one, though, was a little tricky.
I'm surprised that was the tricky one. Because I was thinking, no, the guy was right. Like, dip, if you're uncomfortable... It's kind of... also, how do you bring that up? Saying you're making me and my wife uncomfortable without causing a scene?
Be like, can you step back a little bit? You know, turn it down. Try to be polite about it, but...
yeah, it's icky. That's an icky spot. What would you say was your favorite scenario out of these?
Favorite one would probably have to be the stepmother one.
The stepmother one, really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Well, why is that?
Just because I've related to that in my life before, but...
Say the swinger one stick out, and hey, you have black hair, so you could have been a contender. With that said, I know this may be an episode on the shorter end, who knows, but it's still very fun, and I may want to do this again, like later down the line, maybe closer to Christmas, but I just really want to do this. I just really like this idea because I just love the am I the a-hole trend in general. I was like, ooh, I got a Krampus at my disposal. Yeah. And he can be judge and decider.
Hey,
so,
feel free to send him some. We'll do a part 2 of yours.
oh, that'd be so cool. I would really like that. I want to do that really badly. Oh, that'd be so cool. We'll do a part 2, and hopefully not in the sweltering heat. That's the irony. This is probably the hottest shoot I've had since coming back, and of course, it's the one that involves a
winter character.
Winter character, exactly.
Just 80 degrees outside, no biggie.
Yeah, just. But anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for yet another episode. And if this was longer, this would be one of the most fun episodes for me. But this is just a little taste, a little sneak peek at what's to come. But anyway, Mr. Jordan, I want to thank you again for coming on, brief as it might have been.
Well, thank you for having me.
Of course. And for you all out there, don't forget to check out, he's got social medias that he showcases, like all his cosplaying, all his Krampuses, all the fun stuff. And, well, while I have you, you just did like a murderous jackrabbit, or jackalope for Easter.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. Kids loved it. I had one little girl running around wanting hugs, yelling bunny, bunny, bunny the entire day, so.
Oh, that's so sweet. But anyway, that's going to wrap it up here. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check my buddy out. Check me out. And check your all selves out. But like that is a wrap.